to win AFCON?
Morocco.
Confident, straight away. I like that. I respect it.
I have to say it. It's normal.
Who's going to win the World Cup?
Morocco.
Morocco as well, yeah? First African team to win the World Cup. That would be insane. Who's going to win the Golden Boot at the World Cup?
Golden Boot. Kylian.
En la casa de Lamine se respiraba Marruecos.
Rabiet Takassa, responsable de reclutamiento de la Federación Marroquí, que visitó varias veces a Lamine Yamal cuando tenía 10 años, explicó en L'Equipe por qué creyó que su país tenía muchas posibilidades de convencerlo. La decoración del hogar donde pasó su infancia era marroquí. Había fragmentos del Corán enmarcados en la pared, comía comida marroquí.
También contó que se hizo muy amigo de su tío Abdelkalak. ¿Y entonces qué pasó?
Despidieron al seleccionador y luego Lamine comenzó a jugar con las divisiones inferiores de España. Y al final, Xavi Hernández, su técnico en el Barça en ese momento, lo terminó de convencer.
En 2023, a sus 16 años, fue convocado por primera vez a la absoluta de España y el resto es historia.
Brahim Díaz, en cambio, pasó por la misma situación de tener que elegir entre La Roja y Marruecos y ya sabemos que decidió. Ahora la está rompiendo en la Copa Africana. Es uno de los goleadores del torneo, marcando en los 3 partidos de fase de grupos, algo que no pasaba en su selección desde 1972.
La prensa de ese país está convencida de que allí hará historia. Brahim está mostrando facetas inéditas que no habíamos apreciado ni con el Real Madrid. En la selección se ha puesto la capa de líder, va a hacer historia seguro, y si le dieran más minutos en el Real Madrid, dice un periodista de la cadena Al Awala.
Y otro colega agrega, hay jugadores que marcan goles y otros que marcan época. Brahim está haciendo ambas cosas en esta copa. Es un futbolista diferencial para Marruecos.
¿Se imaginan si hubieran jugado juntos Lamine y Brahim? Por cierto, los últimos reportes cuentan que Marruecos no solo será anfitrión del Mundial 2030, sino que también es uno de los favoritos para ser sede del próximo Mundial de Clubes en 2029.
Creo que Brahim es un indiscutido por banda derecha como un falso extremo. Porque lo más interesante de Brahim es que cuando él pasa a jugar por dentro, con el lateral ganando altura, lo mismo que hace extremo izquierdo, cuando el lateral gana altura, él aquí va media punteando, recibiendo de espaldas, girando, asociándose con Unai, con Saibari, con el extremo izquierdo, que después hablaremos un poco de ese perfil. Y además, lo más importante es que le suma mucha llegada. Cuando Marruecos es capaz de ganar línea de fondo con el lateral, o el extremo, o el mediocampista de tercera altura tiene la posibilidad de centrar aquí, Brahim es un futbolista que llega desde las sombras, aparece y define, llegando al gol. 2 de sus goles en la fase de grupos de la Copa Africana de Naciones llegaron de esta manera. Por eso creo que es un futbolista insustituible dentro de esta estructura y que además te ha ofrecido un salto de calidad. Y lo que más me gusta del Brahim de Marruecos es que se siente líder, por lo menos del ataque. Es decir, es un futbolista que es un poco un verso libre en ese aspecto. Puede combinarse en corto, puede aparecer en diferentes carriles, no está fijo en una banda, cumpliendo responsabilidades, entendiendo de que es el menos talentoso, por ejemplo, del Real Madrid, y ahí no puede ser el líder. Aquí, por ejemplo, es el líder, es el uno, por lo menos en ataque, repito, y ahí tiene toda la libertad para poder...
Forget the red carpet. This welcome came with pause and personality. At Tangier Airport, Assad, the official mascot of the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025, greeted a very special visitor, Ayo, the mascot of the Dakar 2026 Youth Olympic Games. The 2 mascots didn't stop there. They took the celebration on the road, heading straight to the Ibn Battuta Stadium, where they entertained fans ahead of the Senegal versus Benin match. A fun meeting, a lively crowd, and a reminder that Africa's biggest sporting events are already cheering each other on.
Stand up, 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 up for Africa. Respect, back, back, back for Africa. Stand up, 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 up for Africa. Respect, back, back, back for Africa. Who is the largest continent, the heart of the world? Who made the world shine bright with gold in her arms worth more than diamonds told? Source of human life, who taught the world strength through strife, who holds the roots of ancient grace, why is her truth so hard to face, who is the cradle of truth and youth, who carries the future strength and youth, who is the treasure of humanity,
there's the easy side, there's the hard side, and then Bezo and I, we were up to almost 11 p.m. local time Eastern talking about who was going to go through, sweating through this. But in that top left side, I'm gonna make my first big prediction. Tunisia is going to get knocked out by Mali because Mali have Lassine Signaco. He is a baller. Right in the final third place for Auxerre, already gotten his goals at AFCON, and he made this Morocco backline sweat on match day 2. As we look further forward, because my eyes are so bad, I'm gonna have to go right towards the camera. I look at Senegal. Senegal will beat Sudan. Sudan having that own goal miracle, but Senegal, they are so strong, they're so deep. Egypt, not my favorite team right now, not the most convincing team, but they will squeak by Benin. Côte d'Ivoire will beat Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso will push them a bit, but Amad Diallo's quality will show through. In the quarterfinal, Senegal, they're going to muscle through to beat Mali. I think there's been a history between those two sides. Côte d'Ivoire will knock out Egypt, as I predicted when we start out the preview. Once again, there's this youth movement. I think the midfield of Côte d'Ivoire will really show their quality, which now brings us to the other side. Semifinal between Ivory Coast and Senegal. On the more difficult side of the bracket, do not sleep on Cameroon, the Indomitable Lions.
You gonna do that in front of my brother right here?
Underrated teams. And Bezo, I'm sorry, my brother.
Hey,
I
Bezo,
know.
you'll get a chance to
I could see the sweat and the beads on your forehead. David Pagou is doing something special with Cameroon and Bezo. I mean, how do you feel about that before I go forward?
No, my brother, listen, I understand it. Bafana Bafana is performing a little under our expectations, and Cameroon is actually performing above theirs. So with their history, it's difficult to say that you're completely crazy. But of course it hurts. It hurts, my brother. It hurts.
Okay, roll the tape. Let's get the bracket back up because I'm not done there yet with this side of the bracket. Morocco, the host, they're going to roll Tanzania. This is the first upset. Right? Most people, they're giving Algeria all the plaudits because they rolled through the group stage. DR Congo are going to knock them out because defense leads you in AFCON, and DR Congo has one of the most organized, stable backlines in the entire competition. Nigeria! We'll get it done. Niger, all my Niger boys and girls, this is your time to shine, which will create this quarterfinal matchup of the ages because it was only a couple months ago, going back to November, where DR Congo knocked out Nigeria. And I went to bed thinking, JD, is this going to be the moment where Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, they're getting their goals. Nigeria look promising. But the biggest issue I have with Nigeria is their goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali, is awful. He's been playing awful. He's going to cost them. Their backline is giving up goals, and it's going to be deja vu again. DR Congo is going to knock out Nigeria to get to another semifinal, back-to-back semifinals. They made semifinals last AFCON. They will get to another semifinal. Morocco will just edge out a talented young Cameroon, and DR Congo, Morocco is going to be my semifinal on that right side of the bracket.
Okay, this is locked in. I like this overall. Are you going to give your prediction in terms of who you want for the championship, or are we going to hold it right
We're
there?
going to hold, pause, and get to Mbizo.
Mbizo, I want to get you a chance to retort because I know you on the ground. I see he's like a fighter in the corner waiting for his chance. So Mbizo, give me through your bracket in terms of where you see how this playing out now in the knockout stages.
Yeah, Mikey and I might have our disagreements, but that left side of the bracket, I think we are in agreement 100%. I think that Tunisia started well, but began to show some frailties. I really like this Mali team. I think finally they're getting closer to playing at their potential. They are one of my dark horses, so I think that they're going to oust the Tunisians, certainly, and then they're going to meet the Senegalese. I think the Lions of Teranga are so far the strongest team in the tournament, even if the results may not necessarily demonstrate that. So I think that will be the matchup there, Mali-Senegal, quarterfinals. Egypt will, of course, beat Benin. I say, of course, with all due respect, but Egypt are, one of the strongest teams historically on the continent, and they will meet Ivory Coast. However, that is where they will bow out. I am not so confident that the Egyptians can beat the Ivorians. So I think that's what's going to happen there. Mali, Senegal is just simply too strong. My favorite for the tournament. I think that's what's going to happen there. So, I think this side of the bracket It's pretty simple, as Mikey said, pretty straightforward. All right, let's go to the other side. It hurts to say, but again, I think that myself, Cameroon, will defeat South Africa. It hurts to say, but I think it's the end of the road for
You
us.
bouncing off of your own team, Mbizo?
Hey, listen, I asked if I could do two. I asked if I could do my head and my heart, and I was refused. So I'm trying to maintain my journalistic integrity here and say that I believe that Cameroon is currently a stronger squad. Morocco will beat Tanzania, who for me are there by fortune. Algeria, it's looking so strong. I mean, if just on the basis of their tournament performance, I know Mikey doesn't necessarily agree with me there, but from what I've seen from Algeria, they're flying high. Democratic Republic of Congo absolutely is a powerful squad. They can win. I just don't think that they will. Nigeria will, I think, brush aside Mozambique. They're in good form. But in the next round, I think they will demonstrate their defensive frailty, which Algeria doesn't seem to have at this current juncture in time. Perhaps they haven't had as much of a test as some of the other teams, but I think Algeria will oust the Nigerians. The Super Eagles won't like me saying that. Cameroon, Morocco will get through. Home field advantage, playing well. Some other issues that are happening there that I think will favor them. And I think that's my semifinal is Morocco, Algeria, I think. And again, this is a tough one, but I think with home field advantage and just, the crowd behind them, I just believe that Morocco will oust the Algerians, and we have a Senegal-Morocco final.
Ooh, I like this. I like that breakdown. You need to take me through your semi-finals, though, because it seems like there's a little bit of a difference between you lot who the Final Four is going to be.
Now, we were definitely on the same page on the left side of the bracket.
The right side.
Pull up the bracket yet again. I mean, we're going to a semifinal of Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire. I mean, two dominant forces, right? Two young teams in terms of a balance of young and the old. But this is Senegal's time to shine. I know a lot of people are big on this Morocco side because of what they did in the World Cup. But there's something different about Senegal, and they will make the final. Cote d'Ivoire will have more chances at AFCON, but Morocco, DR Congo, that is a match that's going to really tell us a lot about Morocco. The home field advantage that Mbizo talks about is one thing, but the depth of Morocco is what's going to get them to a final at AFCON. Now comes the big reveal. Morocco, it has been so long since they've won AFCON. It has been so long since they hosted AFCON, but the Lions of Teranga are going to upset every Moroccan in Morocco and all around the world and possibly in this studio. I just think Senegal are the best team in Africa right now.
You're going against Morocco.
I'm going. Sadio Mane is made for AFCON, and he's been the best player since 2006 in the history of AFCON in terms of the numbers. I mean, he's smashing records in Mbizo. He's equaling records, smashing records. This is when he shines the most. AFCON is this time, and Senegal are my champions.
Okay, all right. I have to respectfully disagree, but it's okay. Hopefully Mbizo can add some sanity back to this. What do you think, Mbizo, with your Final Four? How are you seeing this play out?
Well, define sanity, my brother, because Mikey sounds very commonsensical to me, if I must be honest. I think that Senegal will come out tops. Best team on the continent. I think that they tick every single box. They have absolutely everything. I think it'll come down to their level of hunger, to their level of drive to win it. Morocco is obviously a spectacular team. They will be buoyed, of course, by being at home. But as Mikey said, led by players like Sadio Mane, who's one of my all-time favorite players, an idol of the African game, I think that's it for me. Senegal are the champions. And the truth is, whoever wins this AFCON will absolutely have deserved it. You have to run a gauntlet to win this time around.
Oh man, I had so much hope for both my brothers right here, and they both went against who I had tipped. I had Morocco tipped from the beginning, that home cooked food, that home flavor, the fans in your corner. This is supposed to be the Morocco year 2026. It's supposed to be a double-double. You're talking about the AFCON and then go to the World Cup and dominate. Well, we don't know. We'll see how it plays.
Feliz año mundialista a todos, pero en esta ocasión vamos a hablar del próximo mundial del 2030. Y es que ya se está construyendo el que va a ser el estadio más grande del mundo en los próximos años en Marruecos. Y es que en la ubicación exactamente de Casablanca, Marruecos, ya se está construyendo el que va a ser el estadio más grande del mundo con una capacidad de 115,000 espectadores. Y te estoy hablando del estadio Hassan II. Este proyecto incluye 140 hectáreas, además de que va a tener varias autopistas, también de que va a estar comunicando a Casablanca y a Rabat. Pero lo más importante de este proyecto es la capacidad y además también de que va a estar compitiendo directamente con el Santiago Bernabéu para albergar la final del Mundial de 2030. Además también de que este proyecto va a ayudar mucho al continente africano y a su fútbol. Este estadio es inspirado en las jaimas, que son esas tipos casas de campañas que utilizaban anteriormente los nómadas en el país africano. Además también de que el estadio va a ser casa de Marruecos y de los equipos Raja y Huida. Pero déjame saber en los comentarios qué te pareció este estadio y quién crees que albergue la final del 2030, Santiago Bernabéu en España o el Hassan II en Marruecos.